guys, welcome to new month. Trust you guys has been doing very great. It's actually been a long time speaking to you guys. We sincerely apologize for not keeping up to date with you guys and sharing some free content with you guys. But hopefully I think we are back and we are bigger now. We'll be posting to you guys more frequently. So let's look at these few currencies and see where they are likely gonna go into this July. So we'll be looking at GBP USD, Euro USD, and I'll be touching gold also. So now looking into the dollar index, which is the DXY. So now if you look at the monthly time frame, you would agree with me that we had the month of June closing very bullish. So the month of June closed as a bullish candle. So, and looking at the economic outlook, looking at the microeconomics, you will see that for some time now dollar has been very strong due to the constant hike of interest rates and so many other things, which we have the labor market of the United States doing very well. They have been doing everything possible to curb inflation. So all these are fundamental drivers which is taking dollar higher. So based on my own perspective and looking at the technical chart here, I think dollar should be aiming at 121.280 before the end of this year. So now let's concentrate and look at how are we going to make money out of this, or how we're going to hope into this market. So now looking at weekly time frame, you would see that if we need to go higher, we need to do what? We need to price lower for us to gain that momentum to push higher. So now we have imbalances around this area, which has the high tendency of pushing price higher, and likely we might continue going higher. So for me now, I will not want to be a buyer around this region. Rather, I would want to see price trading lower to a favorable price where every person out there might feel price is favorable to them to do what? To buy. You understand? So now I'm looking at this region here, 103.50, as a favorable area for me to get into this market and be able to make a good amount of risk to reward. So now in that outcome, I would want to see this first week of July, or rather the first 2 weeks of July, pushing dollar lower, thereby gaining momentum, and thereby seeing July at the end of the month closing bullish. So on this case, on this scenario, I want to see if I can have a bearish dollar back to this 103 level. So now let me look at daily chart to see if we have. So now looking at daily chart now, here. So now we had it, the price run out this significant high here. So we're anticipating price to see if we can come back to this region here for us to continue going higher. So this is more like a bullish trend. We pushed higher, we pushed lower, creating a higher low, higher high. We're intending to have a higher low then. So you see price came back, then tried to go back higher, then it could not. We had some sort of consolidation during the last 2 weeks of June. See, market consolidated all through, and this last week now we saw some pressure into dollar. So what am I looking out for now? So looking at based on 4 hours to 1 hour time frame, we saw how price got some kind of rejection at the end of this area. So I'm looking for a scenario whereby I can have price coming down to this particular favorable price I've highlighted on weekly. Do you understand? Favorable price I've highlighted on weekly for me to be able to do, or hoping for a buy on dollar and expecting dollar to close bullish for this July. So now looking at 4 hours time frame here, I think is a bit clearer here. So you see we run out the liquidity at 105.500. Then thereby we created this zone here. So I'm looking at a trade back into this level. I think I did this basically on 2 hours, if I can take you guys to 2 hours. So you can see that now. So now I'm looking at price trading back to 105.00. so on that area now I would be looking for opportunity to short dollar index. So if I should be a seller on dollar index around this region, I would be looking at dollar index running out this major old low here, which was created during 16th of June. So this is basically what I'm looking out for dollar index. So on a short run, I want dollar index to do what? Trade lower, to do what? To give me a favorable price to do what? To go long. So whereby on a longer perspective, I'm having a bullish bias on dollars. So what I'm expecting price to do what? Trade lower to give what? A good buy entry. This is how I believe institutions see this market. Institutions don't buy at a costly price. They want to see price going into what? A cheap price, so that they can do what? Buy the market and price it higher. So this is also the kind of perspective I apply when looking at the market. So this is basically what I'm looking at for on the month, for this month of June. So this is what I'm looking at for on dollar index. So having this in mind, so you see what I was telling you guys earlier. So we have price running out this high. We came to this point. We did not break church actually. We came back to create this high here. Then before going down to break structure and creating this low. So you see, market came back yesterday, being the last day of the month, ran out this high and went further to break structure to rush to the downside. So I'll be looking at this region, just like I've said, for a possible what? Short. So that's basically what I'm looking at for dollar index. So you guys understand the correlation between dollar index and foreign currencies. If you have been following my updates, you have been following my videos, following my money showers videos, you would understand this better. If you don't, just go back and watch the videos on money showers, you would understand that. So now if dollar index is to go lower, then definitely we should be expecting GBP and euros to go higher. That's just the simple nature of it. So now let's look at GBP USD here. So now I would want to start from monthly time frame and give you guys a breakdown of this. So now looking at GBP USD based on monthly here, I would want to see GBP USD trading below this old low here, which is around 1.1500. I want to see GBP USD trading lower. You understand? So I'm having a bearish view. I'm having a bearish perspective here on GBP USD. So let's look at so you see the month of June closed bearish. So what am I expecting from the month of July? I want to see July, see can we have a little bit push to the upside, then gain momentum to do what? Push lower. So now let's look at weekly time frame. So remember, I want to sell GBP USD because I want GBP USD to run out this low here. So now looking at weekly time frame here, if you guys remember on GU, we highlighted an imbalance on DXY where we want to see price trading back to on DXY, right? Let me put it back a little. So you see, I highlighted this region here, that this is where I feel is going to be favorable for buyers to come into the market. So same perspective here on GU, I feel is going to be favorable here around above 1.24080 to see sellers coming into the market, and thereby we pushing the price lower to 1.13880. So now I'm looking for a scenario whereby we can have a buy opportunity, buy to 1.24080. If we can have a buy opportunity back to that level, then I would be looking for opportunity to short. I'll be looking for opportunity to short GBP USD. So for now, I would say I would want to engage on a buy for this first 2 weeks of the month of July. I will be looking for opportunity to buy GBP USD. I have actually been expecting this buy to come up since the last week of June. I I sent a setup as regards to this to the free Telegram group for those of you who are there, which is where I'm going to be posting this video. So you guys must have seen that I've been having a bullish perspective on GBP USD for some time now. Yeah, we got sniped in and we made about 100 pips before the market actually moved against our favor. But I'm still very optimistic on the bullish direction. So this is why I am optimistic about the bullish direction. So let's look at daily time frame. So now looking at daily time frame now, you would see that we had this aggressive push to the downside, which ran out this old low here. And if you guys have been following up with my videos, I'm more of a trader who love buying or selling around people's stop losses. So when we had market going below this region, there are people's stop losses here who would have wanted to trade support or resistance, whatever is being called. So now at this region, I want to see price pushing higher to this level. You see, we have this significant high here, which I'm looking at GU likely trading back to that region. So now on daily here, there's nothing much here. Let's look at 4 hours. So coming into 4 hours here, I have some sort of imbalances around here, which I've been looking at price to come into, then thereby giving me what some sort of bullish opportunity. So price came into that yesterday, which is 30th of June, and we had some bullish pressure. So currently I'm looking at 1.21420 as a good significant level to do or to engage on a buy on GBP USD. So thereby I would want to swing this trade. I want to swing this trade to see if we can have price coming back to this, which is about 260 pips. So just this alone is okay for you in a month. You don't need to aim for much pips in a month. If you can swing on to this and have this, I believe you should be okay for the month. So now looking at lower time frame here, so you see it's very clear. We have liquidity was swept, we have structure was broken. So I'm looking at a retracement entry, thereby anticipating price to do what, go higher. So this is basically what I'm looking out for and how I'm looking for GU to play out this new mode. So mind you, we've been having a lot of what is it called, GU economy has been having a lot of setback of recent. The economy is not strong, so that's why I want GU to sell. But for GU to sell, it needs to get a favorable price, which I'm looking at 1.24500 as good region for us to do what, short GU. So for the meantime, can we have a bullish corrective move for us to then go lower? So this is basically where I'm perceiving the market, or how I'm seeing the market. So that's it about GBP USD. Let's look at Euro USD. So looking at Euro USD, let's look at monthly time frame. So if you look at monthly time frame here now, I've been wanting price to run out these major liquidities. Price has set. You see, we keep on bouncing off around this support area. So just like I explained on GU, I want price to do or go below this support area, thereby stopping out support and resistance traders. Then that is when I would now want to do what, hoping for my long positions. So now looking at month of June, how did the month of June close? So we can see that the month of June closed what, bearish. The month of June closed bearish, right? Good. So now for the month of June to have closed bearish, so I would want to see Euro USD continue trading lower. And mind you, looking at what is happening on Russia versus Ukraine crisis, this has majorly affected the euro area heavily because of the high the high price, that is high price of crude oil and the rest, because they depend majorly on Russia for this supply of crude oil. So this has really affected the euro area very bad. I think at some point they are thinking of how to go into using coal as a measure of powering electricity or stuff like that. So you see, so they are really doing everything, and inflation is soaring higher and higher and higher every day. This has just been one of the major factor every economy is facing in every region now. So now I would want to see Euro USD trading lower because of what I'm seeing here based on technical chart. So let's look at the weekly time frame. So looking into the weekly time frame, there's nothing much here. All I'm seeing is sell. I want to sell. That's basically what I'm looking out for. Then remember where we were on, DXY, we had a fair value gap here, I thought. So around this region here now, I want to see price selling. And you see, price has gotten into this region here and it dropped. So now it would have been fair to see price going below this region, but I don't know, price seems to want to consolidate around this region for some period. So let's look at daily time frames now. So coming into daily now, you can see how price consolidated around this region before trading lower. So now I'm looking at this particular imbalance here around 1.06500 as a good area where I will be looking for opportunity to short Euro USD. So now let me explain better on 4 hours time frame. So looking into 4 hours time frame, you see we had liquidity sweep around this region. We had this got respected and price traded into this region. So basically for me now, I want to see price dropping back into this region, which is 1.04280 or 1.04500, around this region. Then I will be looking for opportunity to do what, take a long position back to this high before 1.06. So this is about 200 pips here on EU. So cumulatively EU and GU, this is about 500 pips. If you can swing these both trades, this is about 500 pips. So this is basically what I'm looking out for on Euro USD and GBP USD. So this is why I said I'm looking for this is more like a short buy. So this is not actually the original trend of the market, but based on what we are looking at and how I perceive the market. So I want to see if I can have some kind of bullish pressure coming into Euro USD, thereby hunting for sell opportunity around this region to come back to attack these liquidities here. So this is how I'm looking at the market. So let's briefly look at gold while we round up this video. So I don't want to waste much of your time here. I'm trying as much as possible to do this video very briefly and making it to be very detailed. So let's look at monthly time frame on gold. So now if we look at monthly time frame on gold, you can see that gold has been consolidating within 2076 per gold, $2076 per gold to $1674 per gold. So now we look at how June closed bearish, but this is more like an inside bar candle. It's hid itself inside May candle. So now I want to see price going below what is it called? I want to see price going below 1802, which is June low. So if I can see price going below that, so I would want to do what? I would want to hunt for a buy opportunity, trade gold back to somewhere around 1850, right? Then I would not say, okay, can I have an opportunity to short gold back to where 1674? So I want to see a bearish movement on gold coming back to 1874 before we can see if we can push gold higher during the end of the year. So let's look at weekly time frame. So looking into weekly time frame, you could see we have 1 2 3 weeks consecutively, 3 weeks gold has been dropping. So now nothing much here to see. We have liquidity sitting below, we have liquidity sitting above. So that's just basically what I can say for here on weekly time frame. So let's look at daily time frame here. So now looking at daily time frame here now, we have run out this particular liquidity here. So you can see we have this liquidity here, which is on, what is it called? We have this liquidity here, just like I told you. We have this support area here, which has been invalidated. So basically, for me now, I would not be looking for opportunity to do what, to go long, because definitely people who traded based on this perspective, there's a support here, they bought. When market came back here, a lot of persons must have looked for opportunities to buy. So those niggas has been stopped out. So basically, for me now, this is good time for me now to start hunting for buy opportunities. So you see, we have a lot of liquidity here. So I want to see gold going back to 1859. You understand? Remember, I highlighted 1850. So I want to see gold going back to 1859, 1880. So this is where I'm looking at gold coming back to. So now let's go to 4 hours time frame. So you would agree with me that we have been on the what? On a bearish flow on gold. Created this high, high. So keep on creating this. So I'm looking at this region here where gold is for what, a possible buy opportunity back to this level here, which is 1860. So looking at this now, if we can get in a buy somewhere around this region back to here, this is about 570 pips on gold. This is about 570 pips. So let's look at lower time frame to see if we can get opportunity to long gold. So now I want to see gold pushing lower, running out this liquidity here, which is a previous day's low. So I want to see gold going below previous day's low. So below this previous day's low, I would want to be a buy of gold. So below this previous, so by morning tomorrow, by New York section tomorrow, I want to see that gold pushing to the downside. Then maybe I hunt for something of this nature. So this is basically what I'm looking out for on gold. So this is what I have for you guys. So time to time I would keep on updating. I'll keep on coming back to tell you guys how I feel the market should go and how the market reacted to what we have looked into. So I'll keep on updating you guys on how my perspective probably might have changed, or how I've continued to view the market, or how I've continued to look into the market. So hope to catch up with you guys